Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to EduTap. Guys, if you can hear me loud and clear, please give me a thumbs up. Hello. Guys, if you can hear me loud and clear, please give me a thumbs up. So guys, I think you can hear me loud and clear, so let me start with our today's session. Hello Preeti. Hello Suraj. Thanks for confirming guys. Welcome to the session. You might be surprised that the session was on finance, but guys, if you check out the syllabus, corporate governance is also in our finance syllabus as well. So we will take up this session today, and you guys are also expecting Anchit sir. But the thing is guys, again, in the last video it was an organizational change topic, so there was a change in the regarding the that session. Anchit sir used to take that, but unfortunately I had to take that, and now there is corporate governance. So again, a decision by the corporate that I had to take this session because of some personal work on behalf of Anchit sir. Hello Shalu, good evening. Guys, before starting our today's session, just give me 2 3 4 minutes. In the meantime, if you want to discuss anything in general, like how's your preparation going on, we can discuss that. Just give me 2 3 more minutes and then we will start up. I hope your preparations are going really well. So guys, I think now let's start our today's session. So the topic that we're going to start today is corporate governance. Okay, this topic is mentioned in the finance as well as management. So today's session was on finance, so we are taking it this corporate governance in general, considering the management part as well. Okay, and guys, in today's session, rather than going for the content aspect, what we gonna do, we will try to deal with the question rather than going for the knowledge. Or basically, when we're going to discuss this question that we're going to have for today's session, you will definitely get the content, but the important thing is there is a lot of knowledge already with you. You just have to use that wisely. Okay, so today's session again will be on the basis of how to deal with the descriptive answer writing. Okay, you have all the knowledge with you, only thing is how to use that wisely. So guys, again, I would like to give you a brief idea regarding the approach that we have to follow for our descriptive answer writing. So guys, whenever you see a question on the descriptive answer writing in your exam, what you have to do, first take out the white paper, read the question very carefully and frame some micro questions from it. What I mean by micro questions, you will get to know it when we take up the today's question. Then guys, when you note down the micro questions, like suppose you have note down 2 or 3, guys, keep in mind that 2 to 3 micro questions will be more than enough, because in the RBI questions will either be asked directly. Directly means, when I say directly, that they will simply ask that, suppose let us take an example, that what is the difference between verbal communication and non-verbal communication. So what are the micro questions that you can frame? It is just the point of difference between the two. But suppose they have written something else, like the today's question that we have taken, there is some general aspects as well. So maximum 2 to 3 questions will be framed in a we can say in a from the main question. If suppose you are framing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, this much of micro question, that means you are doing something very wrong. Okay, maximum 2 to 3 micro questions can be framed from a main question. So guys, keep this in mind. Then what the second thing you have to do, you have to outline what you want to write in each of your micro question. That is the content, what will you write, will be highlighted in the each of these micro question. And then what we're going to do, we will prepare the fodder. Fodder means any of the examples, definition, real life scenario, report and scheme that we can use in our answer to make it much more attractive. Okay, so guys, this is the approach that we're gonna follow while we're dealing with descriptive answer writing. I hope this much is clear with you guys. Guys, thing is, please keep on interacting, because that will make the session much more interesting for you. If I keep on delivering on one side, so there might be something that you won't get it. Okay, better try to make it much more interactive through your comment section. Sorry, comment section. So guys, now it's time to start our question of the day. That is, the corporate governance and corporate social responsibility are the twins to shine a corporate entity. Discuss. So guys, this is our main question, and it is very important how you read up your question. There are two important terms that have been mentioned here. One is corporate governance, and the second one is corporate social responsibility. So they are asking about two important things. One is corporate governance and other is corporate social responsibility are the twins to shine a corporate entity. So guys, if any one of you who can tell me the important third point that we have to use in this question, come on guys, please be fast. Just tell me what is the third important term or word that have been highlighted here that you have to use to frame the micro questions. Come on guys. Preeti, Suraj, Priya, Shalu, any one of you who can tell me? Come on guys. The third important term is shine. If you observe this, that they are asking about the corporate entity, that means company. So corporate governance and corporate social responsibility are the twins to shine. Shine means they have something important, something very important related with companies. So, and twins, that means in together they are important for a company. Shalu, you have gone into the answer part. I was now discussing about the question part, that is how to frame the micro question. So we need to observe the main questions very carefully. That's what I said. Question is asking about the two important terms, which is corporate governance and corporate social responsibility, and their importance, basically how they shine a corporate entity, or what is the important role they play regarding any company. We need to discuss this. Okay, so first is corporate governance and other is corporate social responsibility. So guys, the questions that we're gonna frame from this is, what is the importance of corporate governance in an organization? Because if it is playing something important or some important role only, that it will lead to the shining of the corporation. So we need to highlight the importance of corporate governance in an organization. And the next micro question that we have to answer is importance of corporate social responsibility in an organization, or how a corporate social responsibility of an organization contributes in its image enhancement. Okay, so these are the two micro questions. Framing the micro question is very important, remember this. Okay, so guys, we have done with the, what is the important part? Framing the micro questions. Guys, why we are telling you to go by this framework? Because if you can frame the micro question, even the tough general questions or the weak questions like this becomes very easy, because now you have to answer only two questions. What is the importance of this and what is the importance of that? Framing the micro question is really important, and you have to practice this rather than highlighting the content that you have to use, you have to first practice for the micro question. That will make your answer better. How? We will get to know it. So guys, we have framed the micro questions. Now we will move to the content that we're gonna use in our answer. I hope this much is clear with you guys, so that we can highlight the important content regarding the micro questions. So guys, the answer to our first question, let us see that. What is the importance of corporate governance? Guys, even if you are layman, you haven't heard of corporate governance in any of the your reading, or you are hearing this term for the first time. So there is a small suggestion, because there are chances that a very difficult question will come, might come. I'm dealing with the rarest of the rare scenario that you haven't heard of that term. So how to tackle that question? You can even have an idea from this question. Okay, so guys, we are talking about corporate governance. So break this term into two parts. First, one second guys, I think there is, my phone wasn't on silent. Yeah, so break this term into two parts. First is corporate. Corporate means any of the company. And then the second term is about governance. So when we are talking about governance, what do you mean by that? Governance means management. I'm talking about in terms of a layman who hasn't heard this term earlier. Okay, suppose we are dealing with this term for the first time, so I'm going into according to that. Okay, because there are even standard definitions. Those who have read it, well and good. We are taking this as a first time question. Okay, so corporate means any of the company, and governance means the management of that company. So we need to see how this corporate governance or company management plays an important role for an organization. So what is the first point that will come into your mind regarding any of the company? Anyone who can tell me? I think Shalu has already answered that in the past, or sorry, not past, just few minutes back. It is about the existence. Company need to exist first. So corporate governance enhances corporate sustainability, basically its existence. That is our first point, because definitely if company won't exist, there is no role of corporate governance. So basically corporate governance is playing some role regarding the existence of the company. So this is our first point that we're gonna use in our main answer. Then second, shareholder activism is valued and encouraged. Guys, how company is formed? I hope you have seen Guru movie. Okay, so there were a lot of investors or shareholders whom Guru Bhai was answerable. So even shareholders play an important role, and their role is also encouraged. So this is another important aspect of corporate governance. Guys, I hope if you have seen the Guru movie, you can easily answer this question, because most of the point will be just like that. First is existence, second is the role of shareholders, third is continuous flow of information. I hope you have seen his speeches where he was delivering that I think the dialogue was something like, बनना चाहते हो दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी. First is was बनना चाहते हो देश की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी. So continuous flow of information and feedback, it is the point just from there. Then the fourth point is improve gender equity and diversity. These are very general points that you can take. Thing is guys, if you go by the official definition of corporate governance, it is nothing but it is the process or the regulations that have been used in order to manage a company. How to manage that in the best ways? To have gender as well as diversity in the company, to have a continuous flow of information, shareholders, enhanced corporate sustainability. Guys, what is the example of gender equity? In the end, while Guru Bhai was paralyzed, his wife used to answer on behalf of Guru Bhai. So improve gender equity. Again, an idea that I have taken from the Guru movie. Niharika, no, I suggest you that this session won't be much helpful for the SEBI phase 2. Okay. Vishal, very nice doubt. Thing is, if you can highlight corporate first, basically what I want to say, you do not have to write it every time. What you do in the start, whenever you write it for the first time, like you have writing corporate social responsibility for the first time in your answer. So after that, sorry, use it like this: corporate social responsibility, and then use CSR. Okay. After this, you can use it as CSR. But the thing is, guys, this approach hasn't been tested yet. So what I suggest is use the entire word, or use this multiple times, and then you can use CSR, because CSR is a standard term, so you can use it. Okay. This is what I feel, that this must be allowed. Thing is, guys, this approach is quite helpful. Like this, corporate social responsibility is a standard term and it is equated with CSR. So rather than going directly with the CSR, first write corporate social responsibility, and after that write in bracket CSR. After that, when you gonna write again and again, you can skip that. You just use CSR. Okay. So Vishal, I hope this will address your doubt. So guys, you can see I have used just general points. Just remember the example of Guru movie, then enhances goodwill of the company, because he was successful, he was having a good corporate governance. So this good corporate governance can also enhance the image of the company. All the points are general. Shakti Corporation was very famous but that was movie. What we gonna do now? We're gonna use the real life examples, that is our fodder. Okay. What are the fodders that we're gonna use? They are very general examples. Okay. But before that, we have highlighted the content for our first question. Now what we do? We're gonna highlight the content for the second. Then we will use our fodder. Okay. So we have highlighted the content for the first. Now moving to the second one. So now we're gonna talk about the importance of CSR, corporate social responsibility. Again, guys, if we will break up this word, corporate social responsibility. So social means responsibility of company towards society, because company is operating in a society, taking resources from it, so it is answerable to the society, or some responsibility also exists on it regarding the society. So this is the term which we can this is the meaning that we can derive from this word, corporate social responsibility, if we do not know the exact definition. Okay. Actually, there is no exact definition. Okay. So now coming to the important content that we can use. So first is CSR improved public image. How? We will get to know it. Then it increases the brand awareness and recognition. Guys, I hope you are aware that during the COVID time, Ratan Tata donated almost 1500 crores. So don't you think, though it was on his personal behalf, but it enhanced the image of Tata as a group, Tata as a company. Then, so definitely CSR improves the public image, because Ratan Tata denotes Tata as a group. You might be aware of the fact that Tata, 66% of the revenue of Tata Group goes as a charity, and the remaining 34% they use for the developmental work and all investment and all those. Okay. So definitely it improves the public image of a company. Then it increases the brand awareness and recognition. Many of the times you might came across a brand through advertisement regarding any of the corporate social responsibility that they are playing. We will use a proper example in the coming section when we talk about the fodder. Then corporate social responsibility also provides sometimes as an advantage over the competitors. How? Guys, I hope you have heard of Patanjali. Patanjali many a times brag that we divert or we use all our profit towards charity and social work. Babaji every now and then highlight this in the news. So definitely Patanjali gets an edge that pupils feels attracted towards that. Okay, Vishal, you were saying, sir, can we use data from Economic Survey 2019 also in our? If you have any authentic data, even from the year 2009, you can use it. But that must justify your argument that you are making. I am making an argument that an advantage that this provides an advantage over the competitors. So I had to justify. I am telling that Patanjali used to brag it. How? I need to justify that. Okay. Then coming to the fourth point, which is it increases customer engagement. Okay, definitely guys, if you heard of this corporate, that this company is doing this much of charity, that much of charity, so definitely you feel attracted towards that. You know that during the COVID, that most of you might have came across this, even I came across this, that when Ratan Tata donated 1500 crores, so there was a lot of social media posts like Facebook is not doing anything, Twitter is not doing anything, though they have donated so much in their country, but in India, see, Ratan Tata is the one, or the Tata is the one that is doing all the things, and you are promoting these and these companies. So there was a continuous customer engagement. So basically all these 3 points or the 4 points that I'm using are basically derived from one particular experience of mine, which was about the COVID. Ratan Tata donated this much of money, so it enhances the image of the group, it increases the brand awareness and recognition of the Tata, because that was such a huge amount. Even media used to cover it in a wide way. So definitely awareness regarding the Tata, advantage over the competitors, because see, when you feel attached with this some product, so definitely even I brought Tata Altros because of it was the brand, or basically it is a desh ka product. Okay, so definitely an advantage over the competitors. I hate Maruti. Okay, and I prefer Tata because of its corporate social responsibility that they are doing so much. So definitely it provides an advantage. This is my personal experience that I'm sharing with you. Then increase customer engagement. So guys, thing is, all these are general points that are based on my personal experience. What now I have to do? I have to justify it using the examples, and examples are here that we're gonna use in our question. So guys, these are few examples that I'm gonna use to justify my points. For regarding the enhanced corporate sustainability, I'm gonna use Tata as a sustained group for the more than 150 years. Then shareholders, these are the examples that I'm gonna use. I will deliver it when we will talk about the body part. Okay, if there is any doubt, sir, point wise answer सही होता है या पैरा में लिखना सही है? Okay, just give me Prasoon, just give me 1 second. Let's first finish up the fodder material and then we'll take up your doubt and then we'll move on to the answer writing. Okay, so regarding continuous flow of information feedback, I will use the example of Hindustan Lever. How? You will be amazed to see that. Then L'Oreal example will be I used to use it because to improve the gender equity and diversity. How? Again, an interesting one. Then enhance goodwill of the company, Infosys, walk the talk. Then improved public image. Again, I would say Tata because of my personal experience. Ultratech because again my personal experience. I was in the cement plant. I used to work in the cement plant. So from there, I am taking this an example. Patanjali, every now and then you would see Baba bragging about that my entire money is going to the charity and all. So again, important guys, when I'm using the word Baba and all those, that doesn't mean that I disrespect Baba Ramdev ji. I personally very much respect him, but thing is, in the flow it comes like that. Okay, so do not feel offended if I say Baba. Okay, personally I really like him. Okay, and I really feel offended when first time Coronel was banned by the government. Okay, and then in the next is I'm going to use a advertisement by Dabur Vatika ad. You know that Vidya Balan used to come and he used to say that buy this product and some part of it used to go into the education of some children. So I am quoting that example here. Okay, so guys, now I will be take up your doubt and then we'll go on into the answer writing. So Prasun was saying, sir, point wise answer सही होता है या पैरा में लिखना? Prasun, thing is, see, you are writing something like this. Just observe it. This is what you have written. The paragraph. Entire writing is in paragraph. Now, do you think that evaluator will have time to see that this is point 1 and from here point 2 is starting, or point 3 is starting, or point 4 is starting. Again, you would say that, sir, I'm writing in the passages the point of differences. Good, well and good. At least it is much better than this. But what I'm going to tell is use the point directly. Now that means I am highlighting at least 4 difference or 4 important points regarding corporate governance. So if you add 1, 2, 3, 4, so that will definitely make a little more sense, because there are sometimes points like you are explaining the difference, so examiner will not be able to get it that this point is over here or not, or here. Okay, so better use the point wise, or even if you want to use the paragraphs, use small paragraphs, don't go for the larger ones. Okay, so I hope this will address your doubt, Prasun. Then Vishal, you are saying, sir, can we use reports by private bodies also, or only standard bodies like World Bank, RBI? Vishal, you can use any of the report. Even if you observe in our, if you have checked out our previous video, I have used as per the research, because it was a very particular body, so I use the word journal. As per the research, it has been observed. Thing is, you can use any of the report. Important thing is how you highlight it. Okay, because even in today's lecture I have used some important basically some quotes of some special thinkers. Let us first try to cover up the answer, then we will take up your doubt again. Okay, because that way you will understand it in much better way. Okay, so guys, what we have done till now, in our white page we have write down the micro questions, we have highlighted the content that we're gonna use in our micro questions and the fodder related to that. So this much is clear. Now what we do, we will write our answer according to an organic flow in which we will follow this pattern. First we will give an intro, then we will write a body, and then we will write a conclusion. So guys, I think now we have to move a little faster because we have taken a lot of time and I do not want to waste much of your time. It is very crucial. So guys, I will go in a little faster pace from now. Okay, so guys, intro is your first impression. I would like to tell it that it is your first impression. First impression is very much important. Okay, so give the first impression very crisp and very something, not exactly the answer but something related with the answer. How we will see it, that what is the intro that we have given today. Then we have to write the answer in our body. Body is something that comprises of your answer, that is how these are two important for an entity. Then in the conclusion, what we're gonna do, we will give our own conclusion, because they have asked about discuss. So when someone is asking about discuss or something like that, you have to discuss. First you have to discuss in the body and then you have to give your own opinion regarding that. Okay, so guys, that is the organic flow that we're gonna follow. Now coming to the introduction part. Okay, so guys, the introduction that I have chosen for you is again a very general statement. Okay, see, read it. Business has a responsibility beyond its basic responsibility to its shareholder, and a responsibility to a broader constituency that includes its key stakeholder, customer, employee, NGO, government, the pupils of the community in which it operates. Again guys, nothing, before starting the session I actually told this line and I am using this as a introduction. I am telling something that business are not only playing in that's not responsible only to their employees or shareholders, they are also responsible for the community at large. So I haven't given the direct answer, but what I have given, I am giving an introduction regarding a business entity, corporate entity. Okay, that means till here I am giving an introduction about corporate governance, and from here I am giving an idea about, till here I am giving an idea about corporate social responsibility, but the evaluator doesn't know this. So what I have done, corporate governance is the widest control mechanism within which a company takes its management decision. So I explained this part. And whereas CSR is the ethical behavior of a company towards society Thus, both are important for a company in their own ways. So see, for the society, I have introduced the term ethical behavior. So now evaluator know that I'm gonna talk about corporate governance and CSR and their importance for the company. This is the introduction. You can observe this, that it is something different with the answer, but it gives an idea that I'm gonna compare with, either I'm gonna compare or I'm gonna tell about these two terms. I hope you can easily relate to that. Okay, so guys, this is the intro is our first impression. Guys, it is not necessary that every time you have to write some quote or some real life example. If you can do so, definitely it will fetch you some good marks, but your quote and example must give a small idea about what you're gonna write in your body. It must link to your intro to your body. That's why I was in a hurry actually, so I was not capable enough to give a much better intro. So what I have done, I have given a brief intro, something, a very general statement, an idea about corporate governance as well as corporate social responsibility, and tried to link what I'm gonna give in the body. I was talking about the importance of both, so I am trying to link it. Okay, so now we will move towards our body, where we have given our answer. We have given an introduction and now we have linked it with the body part. Similarly guys, we will have to maintain the body through, or I think Prasun was about Prasun discussed that what we have to write, that answer either in the short paras or point wise. You can use it according to you, but my suggestion would be, if you are highlighting one particular aspects of, suppose we are highlighting the importance of corporate governance, highlight it in 1 2 3 4. Okay, it will be much better, because suppose if you have written number 1 and if your passage will go a little long, when you write 2, so evaluator know point number 1 ends here. Okay, now we will start point number 2. Okay, again you can give small passages in this, even small passages within this, but evaluator know that point number 2 is continuing, then 3. Okay, my personal suggestion would be point wise. You can, even if you can, suppose there is some general answer, you can even use short paras. Okay, and linking the paras are very important. We will see how we'll do that. We have given the intro, linked it with the body part. Now moving on to the body part. So guys, these are the points that we have highlighted regarding our first micro questions. So in the intro we have given the linking regarding the first micro questions. Now we are starting the answer to first micro question. So good corporate governance is vital for the prosperity of an organization. Again you can see very simple words, nothing, I am just not playing with typical English or all those, very simple words that I am using in. Some of the key aspects of its importance are as following. Okay, so I am telling the evaluator that I have given an introduction. Now you can see the importance of corporate social responsibility in the following points. So the first point is, and that good corporate governance leads to the enhancement of, it enhances the corporate sustainability. So guys, you can see that Tata as a group has sustained or has existed for more than 150 years. Even after so many falls, ups and downs, Indiga, they have launched Indiga, their product, it failed, but then they have came up in a bigger way. Why they have sustained? Because of their good corporate governance. You can see the controversy of Ratan Tata and Cyrus Mistry, but still they have maintained it because of a good corporate governance. So guys, how good corporate governance leads to sustainability? We have explained that through one particular example. This example we came across every now and then. Nothing is special about the example, but the thing is, by using the number of years and some particular examples, like they have launched the product which have failed, they have launched Tata Nano which again failed, but still they have managed, even after the controversy at the top level, that is for the post of chairman, they have still came out of it in a bigger way and still sustained their growth for more than 150 years. So I hope my example is doing justification with my argument that good governance will sustain the organization. Okay, so now moving to the second point, shareholder activism is valued and encouraged. So guys, this is the example which came into my mind because I think last year in the month of July there was this 43rd annual general meeting of Reliance. So I'm using this because a good corporate governance provide voices to their shareholders. You have to provide them the entire information and they need to vote on your what you are putting for. Okay, so definitely good corporate governance provides shareholder activism which is valued and also encouraged. How they encourage this? By providing the valuable information of the organization, that what are their future prospects regarding the growth, if they want to do certain investment or something like that. Okay, and shareholders have to put that on voting. So this is how I'm explaining that how corporate governance enhances or promotes shareholder activism. Okay, then coming to the third point, good corporate governance enhances continuous flow of information and feedback. Guys, actually I've quoted a very general example. If you want to replace this word Hindustan Unilever, basically what I want to tell that every now and then there is a change in the market situation. Someday you want something, other day you want something else. So to keep up with that, feedback is really important, and it is a good corporate governance practices that are used by the company to ensure the continuous flow of information, that is from top to bottom as well as bottom to top. And even the feedback from the customers is also very much important, and which leads to the success of the companies like Hindustan Unilever that are still existing in the market. If you want to use some other example, you can do so. Just it is a very general example, guys. So guys, I hope these 3 points are pretty much clear with you. If there is any doubt, you can tell me. I hope you can relate that how I am trying to explain these points. Sorry Akansha, I will see that notification. Actually it is the problem of on behalf of YouTube. They do not have a good corporate governance. They are preventing continuous flow of information. Another good example of poor corporate governance, actually they are preventing the continuous flow of information. So guys, you can use this as an example. Okay, thanks for confirming, Akasha. So that now we can move on to the fourth point, which is that good corporate governance improves gender equality and diversity. Thing is, if you came across this L'Oreal as a product, they every now and then they used to promote regarding the gender equality. Even they have a audit regarding the gender equality in their company. That is the extent to they how much they care for the gender equality as well as diversity. If you search on the Google that which is the most gender we can say sensitive company, L'Oreal will definitely come or finds its mention in there, maybe on the top. Okay, so definitely a good corporate governance improves gender equality and diversity. Guys, if you want to use some other example, suppose there is company that used to hire females as a CEO. Even Pepsi CEO was I am forgetting, I think it's Indrani or something name. You can quote that example. It's up to you what you want to use in the example, but the important thing is how you present your example must justify that good corporate governance. You can say just for example, PepsiCo has a very good corporate governance because of their law which is also proven in their track record, and so they are gender sensitive in terms of even appointment to the topmost position of the company, and that's why they have recently appointed a female to their topmost post. Even you do not have to mention the name of the chairman, just the words which I am used to play with. Guys, there is nothing like absolute wrong or absolute right in the management. Important is how you use the words. You gave an argument, you just have to use the words properly, that will justify your argument. Okay, I have given you a very general example that PepsiCo has a very good corporate governance, and this is also observed in terms of gender equality in there, as they used to appoint even the females at the topmost position of their organization. I hope this is justify my statement. Okay. Then coming to the last point, which is good corporate governance enhances goodwill of the company. So guys, definitely it enhances the goodwill of a company. For that I have used Infosys walk the talk. Basically walk the talk is a general term that whatever you say you must follow that. So there was a controversy regarding their head of operation in the US. There was some sexual harassment case was on him. So Infosys chairman Mr. Narayan Murthy at that time ensured the audience that we will came out clean with this, and this is not a walk the talk, and they have proved it, which gradually enhances their or enhances the goodwill of the company. So if I am gonna write the answer in this way, that even after having a controversy of sexual harassment, the Infosys came out clean because of their good corporate governance, which even enhances the goodwill of the company in the audience or in front of their shareholders. Okay, so if you present your answer properly, again I would like to say, use the words wisely. There is nothing like absolutely correct and nothing like absolutely wrong. Okay, most of you might be aware of these examples. Again I'm saying, if you want to use something like Reliance or even Patanjali in these examples, you can do so. These examples are not specific. Okay. Yes, Jyoti, I think you are giving some example. My G is not that good. Okay, so guys, in this body what we have done, we have given the answer to our first micro question and explained each of the term that we have written in our white paper. First we have explained that good corporate governance leads to this, how the example explained our argument. So we have explained each of these points. Okay, now what is important? The link is important. Even in the body, if you are moving from one particular dimension to the other dimension, you have to maintain the link. So we have answered the first micro question. Now how will evaluator know that your answer ends here? So for that I am trying to create a link from the corporate governance to the corporate social responsibility. So guys, see, being a good corporate citizen means that companies have to be internally well governed, but being part of the society and using resources from society, companies need to be externally responsible as well. Okay, thus corporate social responsibility is also important for organization and can enhance its image in the following ways. So I'm telling the evaluator that I'm done with the corporate governance. Now what is the role that corporate social responsibility is doing? We will see to that. Okay, so linking is also very much important. Guys, if you observe my intro, it is quite similar to that. See, let me show it to you. Business has the responsibility beyond its basic responsibility to its shareholder and something like that, and I have used almost a similar line like being a good corporate citizen means that companies have to be internally well governed, which is shareholder, but being part of the society and using resources from society, companies need to be externally responsible. What I am doing, I am just playing with the words. Okay, so guys, this is important, playing with the words, but whatever you are playing with, it must make a sense, otherwise you will be in a mess. Okay, so we have created a link between the corporate governance and now we will move to the corporate social responsibility. So guys, these are the notes that we have prepared over the white page that have been provided to you. Now we will see how we're gonna use them. So we are saying that this corporate social responsibility enhance the public image. So I have given you the example that Ratan Tata has donated 1500 crores. So that idea was going into my mind. So similar example I am using it, that Tata almost donates at 60% of revenue towards charity and other social purposes, and definitely it enhances the image of Tata in totality. So if you write something like that, or something that justify your comment, so definitely you will fetch some good marks. Then I am saying that corporate social responsibility increases the brand awareness and recognition. Guys, actually it is my personal experience. I used to work in the Max Cement. I don't know if you have ever heard of this cement. It is in Northeast. Okay, so what they do, they generally donate. They generally do a lot of charity works. They donate, like there was flood in the Assam, but what they are doing, they are mostly doing it in the Northeast. So this is a renowned name in the Northeast, but no one has heard of these. So from taking the idea from there, I am using the Ultratech, a bigger giant or the biggest giant in the cement industry in India. We are using its example. So what Ultratech is doing? Ultratech is doing building some model villages. So by building these model villages, Ultratech is trying to make the consumers aware of its brand, as well as it is providing its recognition. So how I am trying to explain this? That by establishing, actually they are establishing 80 model villages. So by establishing 80 model villages, Ultratech is not only contributing to the society, but they are also making the public aware of their brand. Okay, so if I'm saying this, definitely it justify my point that corporate social responsibility. What is the corporate social responsibility they are taking up? They are building some model villages. Okay, and indirectly they are making the public aware of their brand. So this point is clear. Then moving to the third point, that it provides an advantage over competitors. So for that, I'm using the example of Babaji. Now I'm saying Babaji. So thing is, guys, every now and then if you see the interview of Baba Ramdev over the interview over the television, he used to highlight a lot that my entire, you can search my accounts, and my entire revenue is going towards charity and social works. So in an opinion, it plays with the emotion of the public at large. So when a corporate entities project it at say that they are doing a lot in the corporate social responsibility, or they are doing a lot of charity and all that, so definitely we feels attached to that product, and definitely Patanjali has came out in a bigger way. Okay, so corporate social responsibility can play an important role, even to provide an advantage over the competitor, as we can see in the example of Patanjali, who used to highlight that it is using its entire profit for social and corporate responsibility, attracted a lot of consumer base, and that's how it came out bigger in the FMCG. So if I write it in this way, it explains my point number 3. I hope this is clear with you guys. Now coming to the fourth point, that corporate social responsibility also increases the customer engagement. Guys, whenever you are doing corporate social responsibility, definitely you want to brag about it, that I am doing this. Basically it is also used as a marketing strategy. When you are doing something for the society, you can even claim that I have built this much of this. Only there are few companies that never do that, and Tata is one among those. I am a fan of Tata. So there is a small example, ad that you generally came across. I think it is of actress, yeah, Vidya Balan. Yeah, Vidya Balan used to advertise a lot that buy this Vatika or some Kesh hair oil, something like that, and this much of money. In the end, they will say that this much of money used to go for the charity or the education of this much of child. So through the advertisement, what companies are doing? Companies are using this corporate social responsibility as a channel to brag about themselves, as well as to engage with the customers. They are doing the CSR, but also they are advertising it. How? Even there was an ad of this Dabar Vatika ad, which was about the female cancer survivors. Okay, I think there was also a hashtag regarding it. I think I'm forgetting it. If anyone of you who remember that ad, yeah, hashtag brave and beautiful. So how you have to explain this point, that corporate social responsibility provides an opportunity to the this corporate entities in order to engage with the customer base at large by advertising about its corporate responsibilities. For example, Dabur is advertising a lot regarding their corporate social responsibility. I think I am again forgetting the example, guys. Let me read it for you. Yeah, the example that I've used is the most modern day FMCGs uses corporate social responsibility as a promotional activity to engage with customers. A lot of promotional ads are being done, like Dabur Vatika salutes female cancer survivors, brave, hashtag brave and beautiful. So this is how they are engaging with the society at large through their corporate social responsibility. So how I am justifying my argument? It is very much important. So guys, I hope this answer writing is pretty much clear to you. We have given an introduction, we have given answer to our first micro question, then the second micro question, and we have maintained the link between the two. So our answer completes here. Now the only thing remains is a conclusion. We have given an intro, we have given answer in the body, maintained the proper flow and linking, and now we will give a conclusion. So guys, what we have to write in the conclusion? Shall we write that corporate governance and corporate social responsibility are twins to shine a corporate entity? Or we agree with this statement? Or we have to create a scene that will ultimately lead to this conclusion? This is what I have done in my conclusion. Actually guys, this is a standard statement that is given by two important thinkers. I think their name was Gantt and Thorat, something like that. I'm not able to recall at that. So even if I can't recall, so I'm not suggesting you to read it. But what I am saying that I have written according to experts. I'm not saying according to me, according to something like that. Even I can say according to a research. We can even use that because it is the research of these two. Okay, we can say according to experts, social responsible companies demonstrate greater stability in their benefits in the times of economic crisis than those funds whose sole aim is profit. So according to experts are saying, experts are none, but we are the experts. Okay, so we are saying that socially responsible companies demonstrated their stability even in the times of economic crisis much better than those companies whose sole aim is to make profit. It seems that the moral and economic values linked to the CSR provide balance and robustness to the system, as well as temper the incentive to maximize profit as the sole objective. Hence, corporate governance and corporate social responsibility are the twins to shine a corporate entity. Even we can say that corporate governance and corporate social responsibility are the two sides of a same coin. So guys, this is how you conclude. First, you have given the importance of both the terms. Then you are trying to link that both are important. So we are saying that according to experts are who? We are the experts. So guys, this is how you gonna write a answer. This is a very general question. Actually, it was asked in the RBI only. Okay, so this is the question that we have used. There are different approaches that you can use. Important is how you present it. First, my suggestion would be write down what you want to write in a white paper, or first prepare micro question. Preparing the micro question is really important. If you have prepared the right micro question, so what I would do, I would suggest you to prepare the micro do some practices regarding the micro question. Guys, it is not easy. We feel that it will be very easy, but trust me, observing the question is really important. And suppose it is, when I in the initial of this lecture I said everyone can miss this word, but this is a quite important word. This is the word from which you observe that we need to highlight the importance. Okay, so accordingly we will frame the micro questions. So do some practicing regarding the micro questions. You have all the knowledge with you. Trust me, you are preparing for the RBI for long. It is not a tough to crack it, but the thing is, it is better say, if I say that you know that the strength of sword won't matter, but its sharpness does. So how you present it in a crisp way, you have wide knowledge with you, but how you present it in the paper, it is very much important. And for that, this is the format that you need to follow. You note down what are the points that you're going to use in your answer. Only on that basis you can maintain a flow regarding to intro, body, and conclusion. You have to maintain this flow regarding these three, and then your answer will feel complete. If you start typing directly, you will might end in a problematic way. So guys, if there is any doubt you want to ask, or if there is anything general that you want to ask before I wrap up my session, if you want to ask anything regarding even regarding the phase 1, regarding the phase 1 guys, I would like to suggest you prepare honestly, and you do not have to worry. Descriptive is easy. Only thing is you have to apply the examples or apply the knowledge around you in a precise way. This is a very general question. Even if you have heard this term for the first time, I through this one example of this Guru movie, I tried to explain the corporate governance. If you have seen that movie, most of our points have been taken from there. You can even say that. Okay, though it haven't taken from that, I've used my own knowledge as well. Okay. Santosh, prepare for the GA and practice the mock. Continuous practice for the mock. QRE from the mock, and GA, revise it. At least past 3 months. 13 days are more than enough. In my first attempt when I appeared for the RBI, I cleared the phase 1. I think I prepared for it only for the 5 days. But thing is, I was very good at the QRE. So I prepared only the GA. Okay. So in the 13 days, you can do a lot. Still a lot. Okay. So but the important thing is, do not lose out that I only have 13 days. Still 13 days are very much time that you have on your end. Okay, if you have asked about the phase 2, so definitely I can say that there is a lot that you need to cover up. Okay, but the thing is, for phase 1, definitely there is a lot of time. Prepare the GA, revise it, half day revise the GA, half day do the mock. Okay, definitely Prateek, your background or your educational background has nothing to do with the interview. Neji, for phase 1, you can, at least you need to have to prepare for the past 3 months. If you can prepare up to 6 months, it is well and good, but there is less time. So prepare at least 3 to 4 months. At least 3 to 4 months must be on your mind. And the must do is January, Feb and December. Even Jan, Feb and December. These are must. Okay. Pratik, I don't think that in the phase 2 the objective will be tough. They will, let us see. Wow, thing is, just create a confidence in yourself that whatever they ask, I will answer it. Okay, objectives are, we can say, they are on the easier side. Even this descriptive part is easy, but the important thing is how we use. Half of the knowledge we lose because of confidence. So from now on, just one thing that I would like to suggest you is, be confident that yes, I am gonna do it, and half of the race is won. Because most of those brilliant students that will lose out to this race is because they will lose the confidence, and when you lose the confidence, you will lose out the marathon. Okay, so guys, I hope this is all from my side. We can wrap up the session. I hope you have liked it. If you have liked it, do give a thumbs up. Okay, so guys, that's all from my side. I would like to wish you a very happy learning. Just stay motivated from now on, and definitely you can crack the phase 1 as well as phase 2, and even you can see your name in the final merit list. So guys, thanks for your time. I wish you a very happy landing. Take care. Bye bye. Have fun.